to find them, 'cause I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. I build a home and wait for someone to tear it down, then pack it up in boxes, head for the next town running, 'cause I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. And 1,000 times I've seen this road, 1,000 times. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I like standing still, but that's just a wishful plan. Ask me where I come from, I'll say a different land. But I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. I count gates and numbers, then play the guessing game. It's just a place that changes, the rest is still the same. But I've got memories and travel like gypsies in the night. And 1,000 times I've seen this road, 1,000 times. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. I like digging holes, hiding things inside them. When I grow old, I won't forget to find them. I
Okay, you guys are on now.
Okay, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Prophecy Cup. Today we have IRL Sluts versus Goth Boi Clique. My name is Alonso, and my partner would be Fate. But it looks like he isn't there right now, so right now I'm just filling a bit of time. So anyway, yeah, so right now it looks like they are what was saying the IRL Sluts are with a 4-2 record, while Goth Boi Clique are at 6-1. So if the Sluts can win this one, they can qualify for the playoffs, or GBC could just put themselves ahead even more in the standings, so they are even more secure there. But yeah, it looks like almost everybody's ready, except I think Fake, but that happens sometimes. And I hope that we're going to keep going. So I'm really excited about this. I think we'll go to all 3 matches because it's so much on the line for this one. But yeah, I'm having a fun time filming this, but honestly, I think this could be quite interesting. I think it's one of the first matches I've seen since the start, since the nerfing of the funnel strat, so this could be quite interesting. Yeah. Oh man. There. So, yeah. Both times. Okay. We're just waiting.
They're asking you for R.
Yeah. I was waiting kind of on you.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, okay. So we're ready then. Cool.
It was so just a little banter.
So what? So probably one of the bands will be
Thinking the Aatrox.
Aatrox will probably go. Yeah, Aatrox should go probably. Would be a surprise if he goes through the first phase.
Alright, first band is Grace. Yeah, Grace is also another really strong band. I know Night of Zed loves that pick. The Jinx band, they are eye glory right now.
Yeah, Jinx is quite strong anyway in this patch with the HP buff and the crit rockets with AoE and all that stuff. She's quite strong right now, so it makes sense to get her out of the way.
I agree, she's quite strong, but I feel like champions such as like Swain and Lucian really take over in the bot lane right now. There's also Heimerdinger and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, Morgana. Aatrox still up.
Yeah, Red Side is like just forced to ban Morgana like every game.
Okay, there goes Aatrox. Finally. Took their sweet time with that one. I think they wanted to force the others to ban it out, the Red Side.
I mean, I don't think Kiyoshi can play it. I haven't seen him play it. I just know him for playing the tanky boys, the big beef balls.
Hey, tank players are needed sometimes. Better than not having them. Oh, Xerath is bad now. Oh, the Kindred. I like that one.
I have a request from somebody in Twitch chat.
Okay.
Change this music and put on Lucian's theme song. The Kindred first pick. That's a really strong pick in the jungle right now. There's not many champions that can actually deal with Kindred in the early game. Seeing as, especially like one that is usually picked into it, the greatest is Ben. Although there is the Nocturne up, there is the Zinzao up, there is the Evelyn. All three of those champions are up, so neither Zed can pick either of those champions.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, you need somebody early to contest the Kindred instantly at the first mark, otherwise Kindred gets an easy mark off, and then as soon as Kindred reaches the 4 marks, it's very dangerous to play against her anyway.
I'm curious about this Zyra pick. I'm wondering if they're gonna go for like a Zyra Swain or a Zyra Ashe or something. You know, historically Zyra Ashe has been a strong lane, but there's also the ability to pick Fiddlesticks, which is basically the stronger version of Zyra because of he has lower mana cost as well as an instant fear. They're picking up Rakan, so we should be expecting to see the Zyra Rakan. It's not really. I'd be really shocked if they don't pick Zaya here.
Yeah, that would be a surprise if they don't pick Zyra here. I don't know. I feel like that. Oh, are they really going with the Shiver? Oh, that's surprising actually. Well, Rakan is quite strong as a support on his own right now. Zaya gives him a bit more mobility, but makes sense.
I just feel like there's no reason for you not to go Zaya Rakan when they're handing it over to you, basically. They've already picked their support, so you don't even need to pick the Rakan. And then you go for Rakan Sivir. Yeah. It's a very awkward combo. Not much range in that lane, so I expect them to be shoved in just by the Zyra alone. And they've also picked up the Mundo this game. Mundo is really strong into AP compositions, and there's not much AP picks, so I'm kinda iffy about the Mundo pick. Sure, he's still tank, sure, he's still a good champion, but they seem to be banning away one of his hardest matchups, being the Darius. Cassio ban for Independence, and Talon ban for DTS mid.
For the Mundo, I feel like that forces the other team actually to pick up a more reminder somewhere, otherwise it feels really bad for them. Let's see what they're going with the ADC right now. Jhin, quite strong right now, especially with Hail of Blades and the Storm Razor. Oh, are they? Okay, they're still going with the Jhin. Thought they were going for the Vayne for a second there.
If he ever went for the Vayne, dude, I would have just I'd stop casting. Go next game. Nah, I'm joking. I love you, Drowsy. But yeah, Jhin and Zyra makes for a very strong team comp in the bot lane. They have a decent amount of damage. Whoever Zyra snares basically gets snared by Jhin, or vice versa. Yeah. So it's just really, really strong to go for this comp. They can pick one of them.
And the plants activate as well the W for Jhin, so that is actually quite strong.
I agree. Now, they're choosing to counterpick mid lane here, giving DTS a favorable matchup, but the Galio is picked, so Galio can be picked blind. I'm not too sure about the Galio to Irelia matchup actually, or the Irelia to Galio matchup. I guess it would be kind of even. I don't think any kills would really go over. But Zoe is more what I would expect coming out, because she just offers so much pick, and they already have the Jhin. So whoever really gets picked off, I guess he's going for the Irelia.
Yep.
They're trying to put him in the side lane and match that Galio and not let him roam, it seems.
I thought the Zoe would be good as well, because she gives you a bit more of a safer way, and if I look correctly right now, red side is only AP except for the Zyra. AD, I mean. AP is only Zyra for them, so that's something.
I mean, Mundo is kind of hybridy, but yeah, most of the AP damage will be coming from that Zyra. So, but the thing is they only have one champion, well, two champions that can kind of build a lot of armor, right? Galio tends to be on like the iffy side. Like, he may get the Ninja Tabby, but that's about it, right? He won't really get, like, more than an Hourglass or Ninja Tabby in terms of building armor items if he wants to go more damage-oriented. And looking as he has Ignite right now, I think he would go more for the lane to be able to try to fight and duel the Irelia. Whereas Ornn, he can just stack as much armor as possible and be able to really dish out some damage in return. So touching Ornn, like, their front line is just humongous, but the thing is they don't really have much range, especially if Kindred doesn't get to her mark. So I feel like this game for blue side is gonna fall on this Kindred getting going or not.
Yeah.
The Sivir is like late game assurance, but they're just gonna get bullied so hard in bot lane. I expect them to be a whole item behind if there's no jungle interference.
Yeah, I would say perhaps the first gang for Kindred will depend on how good it goes with the marks, and that's, I find, sometimes quite tricky with Kindred. You have to be careful when you mark the opponent, not too early, otherwise you alarm them for your gang already. In that way.
Yeah. I think for both of these teams, the game more so relies on the Jhin. Or not the Jhin, but the Zen. The Zen and the Kindred, both the junglers here, are the ones that really are going to set the tone for the game. Because Sivir and Rakan, they can't really do much on their own unless Jhin or Zyra really gets caught out in that spot. But Jhin and Zyra would always be poking, always be shoving in, so I don't expect them to be poked out. Irelia versus Galio is pretty much like a stalemated matchup just because Galio can't really do too much. Zinzo versus Kindred is like, whoever gets there first, I feel like, wins it. And then Mundo versus Ornn is just a sleeper tank matchup.
Yeah. They'll just agree not to kill each other for a time and just stand across that and hit the minions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of interested if the Jhin is going with the new Hail of Blades thing, or if Jhin is going with something like Fleet Footwork or Comet or that stuff, because Jhin has quite a few versatile ways to go, even though I think Hail of Blades is right now the strongest one of those choices.
I definitely think he would be going for the Hell of Blades here. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Hell of Blades has got him buffed to the point where Jhin can actually use it while being in his sweet spot between the auto attacks. So I don't really understand. Like, at level 1, when your Hell of Blades procs, that's 980.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
yeah, and then just time it right with the first shot and you're fine with that one already. I'm going for the upset, actually. I think the IRL Sluts will win this 2-1.
2-1?
Yeah, I think they're just... Yeah, I think they could win the first one. This one, I could guess that they win this one, but I feel like they have more riding on it, and that's why they'll get a bit more into this. And I just like the upset story sometimes.
I'm on the other side, actually. I feel as though Goth Boi Clique will take this game 2-0. Like, straight up 2-0, especially off of this draft. I believe that Knight of the Zed will get the things rolling just because I've seen him play so much Zinzao. I've seen him play so much Graves. And if those are left open, he's able to really be a nuisance to the other team. And it's jungle versus jungle, as we said before, so I'm expecting Knight of the Zed, get his lanes rolling, get his side lanes rolling. They win their lanes, they split push, they get objectives, etc., and it's boom boom clap. You know what I mean? It's gonna be an over game for them.
Yeah. I would say if IRL Sluts can pull this out to a later stage of the game where Ornn actually impacts the whole team with the upgraded items, then I think they could win it. They would have to stall it out, and they're playing a shit Sivir anyway, so they're already going for this kind of like, let's go to like 500 minions.
I mean, looking at it, it's 1-3-1, like both ways, right?
Yeah.
We have the Galio in the side lane, the Ornn in the side lane. If Irelia gets snowballed, if Mundo gets snowballed, they end up starting to dive their counterparts. And then even if we're just looking at the three, we have the Zyra, we have the Jhin, we have the Xin Zhao. Kindred, Sivir, and Rakan can't really do that much damage on their own.
Yeah.
Like, they can single out one target with the Kindred damage, but they still have two other targets after killing them first person. So that's another reason why I'm looking at it as Goth Boi Clique taking this.
Yeah. I'm just hoping for really interesting matchups, and since I get to see Kindred, which I love to see, can't really play her yet, but I love seeing her all the time right now. Something for me. So looks like the standard, they're just helping the leash there for the red buff. We'll soon know if the Kindred is lucky enough that the mark is appearing on her side or not. Let's see. Oh, Xin Zhao's moving in already.
Yeah.
That's quite surprising, actually. See, the Kindred doesn't expect it. Knight of Zed is already there, jumping in. Oh, that could. Oh, okay. Gallia barely makes it there. So Knight of Zed doesn't get the kill. Okay, Kindred does get the bottom side, but doesn't really look well with the bot lane pushed in that much. And Xin Zhao, Knight of Zed just gets the blue buff. Let's see, they're moving into the Scuttle Crab. Kindred has to be Ian has to be careful there. Oh, does that? Oh, gets off the mark, but is on the wrong side. Oh, that was a nice flash there. Just got out of dodge there and goes down still for first blood. And Jhin gets the first blood, but iGlory gets the revenge kill, and we're just down to 1-2 now with kills. That was quite a fight about that Scuttle Crab already.
Yeah. And as we see, it's a little bit going going the way for red team here, especially since they have a stronger early game. Sivir really can't impact too much with with just her boomerang blade, and her W doesn't do too much damage yet, whereas Jhin really has that utility. And the force shot to secure kills.
Yeah.
Now we get to watch a pillow fight up in top lane.
Yep. Both dropping a bit low, dropping a bit, not really much.
Oh, that was really nice from the Mundo there.
Yeah.
Stopping him from building his item.
Oh, and does he get another one of those cleavers in there? Not yet. But he's threatening it the whole time. Oh. Okay, the Xin Zhao is the mark target right now for Kindred. And Kindred has a bit of... So right now, there's a bit of a problem for Ian. Ian's looking for... I'm not sure if Ian's really looking for a gank, because the camps are all gone on his side, except bot down there, the Croc, the golems, I think. Yeah, that's all that's left. Okay, so now cleaning up. Not really much going on. Oh, that's an unlucky mark there for Ian.
It's just gonna be a little bit slower paced game until, the junglers actually get something done here. Although it does look like Xin Zhao is trying to go for an invade on the Ripple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decides against it.
Yeah, decides against it. And surprisingly enough, the bot lane seems kind of evened out right now. Zyra and Jhin aren't pushing that hard there. Okay, yeah, they're still just sitting. So top is just sitting across each other. Oh, there's the mark. And Kindred is going back now, and looks like the red team aren't giving that mark over to Ian there.
Something I wanna like point out is the early choice in boots from the Jin here. The
Yeah.
Swifty boots, I don't think really affects this lane very much. I think the only thing he really has to watch out for is the Rakan W.
Yeah.
I'd prefer him to have like a pickaxe rather than the.
Yeah. The boots that early is a bit weird, yeah. It's a bit weird of a choice, but it makes sense. He'll build them anyway, and I think he should have had enough for a pickaxe at least. If he has a Swift boots. Oh, Knight of Zed gets the Galio. That was a good gank there. They just jumped in on the Galio and took him down. Oh, the Ornn ult? Oh. Fucking Nuggler is a bit low, but it's still the tank matchup, and it's a Mundo. So that doesn't really matter in that point.
I mean, we also have to look at Ornn is able to build items whenever he wants. So he's able to get that small little advantage in mana, HP, whatever it is.
Definitely.
A little bit slow of a spell shield there from the Sivir.
And Ian is kind of getting unfortunate with those marks. Just on Knight of Zed's camp, instantly the mark. Let's see. The Jin goes back. That could be a BF sword there. Yeah, it is a BF sword actually. And right now we're still looking.
Okay, they're blowing the flash out of him, although I don't think he needed to.
Yep. And looks like they're going for the Drake right now. See if they can take it fast enough.
That's quite a well-timed dragon call there.
Definitely, that was really well timed. And honestly, that was a good backup there. Everybody except the top laner was there to support that one. Oh, and the Zyra just pushes off.
They got the call on the dragon when they saw the Zendel top lane, and they also saw that the bot lane for Goth Boi just
backed off. Yeah. Recall it there. Yeah, exactly. Oh, can they get the Aurelia? Not really with that one. Ian is trying quite hard, but still sitting on one mark. This isn't really the thing you want as a Kindred.
Yeah. There was no real way they could actually gank the Aurelia there because the Galio used all of his abilities during the trade, so he wasn't able to really offer much when the Kindred actually came.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really? Okay. Put down everything there. Top is just smashing back and forth.
And the Mundo is getting quite big, actually.
Yep. He's getting quite big. And Knight of Zed is again in the blue side jungle. Getting that deep vision. That isn't really good for them, for the blue team. And the Rakan can now just wander into that one as well. The Rakan is just wandering around there. Control ward's bit off for that one. Helps them for a bit, but would have been nice if they had it closer to that one, so they uncover that vision.
Huh. He didn't even have lethal and he flashed.
Yeah.
Quite odd there. Better safe than sorry, though.
Yeah, definitely. Pillow fighting top again. Fucking no. Is putting on the pressure. Okay, backs off now. Still gets another cleaver in there. He's pushing up quite well there.
I think he should have saved that Mundo ulti for the dive that they could have did with the Zenzo. rather than using it in a trade or using it to be able to get out of a gank situation. We'll see how it plays out
Yep.
in the future, but that's something to keep
To
in the back of your mind.
Yeah. Okay. Knight of Zed waiting there. Oh, the Gallia. This could be not so good for independence there. Okay. Just getting a few hits in there. Just backing off.
The Scalio is just getting a lot of punishment.
Yeah, definitely. And the Jin Zhao is waiting for the scuttle there. Okay, they're trying to move in for the scuttle. This could get interesting now. They can actually pull out something out of that one. Oh, they got onto there. This could be the Jin Zhao. Oh, they got the Jin Zhao. Yeah, that was really well played. Felt like there was a bit of miscommunication on red side there. Not really telling them that the bot lane is missing as well. Oh,
I think that was just a lack of respect, not really
Yeah.
the communication issue.
Yeah. Oh, Kindred was a bit too long there and just got taken down.
Yeah. Like I just said, lack of respect. Both
Yeah.
junglers not really showing any.
Yeah.
She even has Lam's Respite. Doesn't use it.
Oh. Okay, that is really weird with the respite there and not even using it. Probably wants to save it for something different.
Yeah, and the Sivir is getting a little bit spooky here. Already has 2 kills.
Yeah, definitely. Sivir is taking advantage of everything she's getting right now, or more exactly, Aguilar is getting more. And now I think that's another mark gone for Kindred. Don't think that Kindred will get a chance to get that mark. Or oh no. Don't. Ian, don't. That's a trap. Okay. Realize it fast enough. Otherwise that could have been really bad for Ian there. Just running into that trap they set up with the mark. I think that could be interesting if they red side keep playing that way, that they're setting up traps around the mark to goad the Kindred into moving into those places.
Yeah, definitely.
And Toph is just bashing back and forth again.
Just a little bit of a slower game.
Yeah.
Especially without all the mages in bot lane. The AD carries need to scale up.
Yep.
You know, so it's a little bit slower.
But it feels good to see more AD carries in there. Oh, the Rakan. Okay, they're moving up. Oh, the Ornal? Didn't look like you really wanted to target the Mundo there.
Yeah.
So
personally,
Mundo...
I wish he kind of... wish he kind of waited.
That is Zed in danger there. Getting the mark down. Oh, got the Jin Zhao there. I think that was, again, a bit of lack of respect there. Looked a bit like that one there. Oh, the Jin with the ult there. Can they take... Okay, the taunt. Oh, they get the Drake. Can they get more out of that one, blue team? Gotta say, the objective control of blue side is better than red side. Oh, there's the port from the Mundo. Cancels the teleport there.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot better macro-wise.
Yeah.
So it's basically a battle of macro versus micro.
Yeah.
At this point.
We're playing League of Legends and not something like StarCraft where that more matters.
I'm interested to see when we actually start getting some of these towers broken down.
Yeah, the towers are all quite healthy still. And I mean, we're 15 minutes in already. Knight of Zed chasing off Ian again. But could that be an overextension? If the Orn can pull something out? No.
The Mundo isn't walking down. He finally starts walking down now.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird situation. The Orn... So Alu was moving into to get Knight of Zed while Ian was moving off of that point. It looked a bit weird there. To be honest, we haven't seen that much of the Zyra yet. She got 3 assists, but I didn't feel like she was really poking down anybody, and the bot lane doesn't really look that pushed out. Shiver and Jin are almost even in CS. Only the kills are putting that forward. Both have their Storm Razor and their boots done. That's something.
Yes, this is as good a time as any to really just point out gold differences, since there's not much going on. There's a 900 gold lead for the side of red side and top lane. There is
a huge difference in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's like 1.1k.
Yeah.
For jungle, blue side is up 100 gold.
Yeah.
For blue side again, the Sivir is up 300.
Yep.
And then the Rakan and Zyra are both about even.
Yeah. It's amazing, actually. Oh! The Rakan goes in? Oh, they instantly pull down the Zyra. Can they get the Jhin? No, they can't. That was quite well executed from the Rakan and the Galio there. And they get the first tower blood. And it doesn't really look like Red can do anything about that, really. And now they're moving to the mid. I'm not okay, the ult is in there for Irelia. And I think that was what they wanted to do, because they can't really do much against 3 there. Even though those 2 are quite strong.
Oh. That was quite the tank fight I just watched.
Yeah. They were battling up there back and forth, both quite low there. Mundo is dropping dangerously low. Okay, gets back up. Can't really stay there. So they're giving the tower over just to Knight of Zed. Or oh no, Knight of Zed gets pushed off there. I'm quite surprised that nobody has been really... Oh, the Zyra gets a good hold there. Knight of Zed is in danger now. That was a nice knock up there from the Rakan. Can't really benefit from that much yet.
That was a little nice ultimate there. Really mitigating the damage.
Definitely. Oh, that taunt was good on 2 from Independence there. Oh, and that was a nice kill in the end.
Ian Kindra's really becoming a monster right now.
Yeah. Got the 4 marks, yep, definitely. Oh, the Mundo gets taken down. iGlory is in danger. Okay. Oh, didn't reach into the Lamp's Respite there. Barely didn't reach that one. That was unfortunate there. And that is a cleanup for the red side. That Jhin ult was quite valuable for them, while the Mundo just tanked it up in there.
Yeah, definitely. We see that the Sivir walked back into the Lamb's Respite. I can't really tell you why. It didn't really seem like it would be the safest play there. Especially with him being the most gold on this team. And not being able to apply very much by getting poked out at the beginning of the fight and then dying from the Jhin ulti.
Yeah.
This overall misplay on his part, I think he needs to be a little bit more careful if he's trying to carry this game. He has to understand that he does have the gold on his team, so he needs to carry.
Yeah. So, I would say both AD carries are going for a rapid fire cannon, I would guess, from the build right now.
I mean, we could also see a static shiv just for a little bit more wave clear from the Sivir, considering with their 1-3-1, she's going to be the one that needs to split or take care of the wave clear. Seeing as Kindred doesn't have much of it, or the Rakan.
Yeah. The Kindred is going for the Black Cleaver.
Yeah, it's pretty standard build. There's the Blood Razor into the Black Cleaver,
yeah,
and then Renan or Hex Drinker, depending on what you need.
yeah. What will probably be Runen in this matchup since the Hex Drinker isn't that much. Meanwhile, the red side are going for the Drake now, just getting that one down.
Dragon for tower,
Yeah.
and that's a cloud.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay.
Nope, I can't take over.
I think somebody
Oh, yeah.
joined.
Deca! Hey, we're back, we're back, we're back. So,
Lloyd.
hey, hello guys, we're back again after some mishap. Yeah, it's been kind of been going more in the way of Goth Boi's Clique.
I mean, we can just say 12K, and I think
Yeah.
everybody will get the gist of what's going on.
Yeah,
Right
exactly. Oh. Oh,
Looks like they're turning towards the Baron.
Yeah, Baron that is just up about now. I think they want to kill them before they do that one. And it looks quite likely that they would do that right now.
I mean, they can just play this textbook, go for Baron, and then force them to walk in, just like they are now.
Oh, yeah. Lance Respite is out. Jin already got Rakan. Ian is getting taken down as well now. Top is cleaned up as well. iGlory is trying to hold on there. Oh, that was a nice save from Alu there for iGlory, but I don't think that will mean much in the end since they lost 3 members and nobody died on the side of Goth Boi Clique.
My favorite part is how the tank is just trying to run down the other tank while his team
Yep.
is just struggling to do the Baron.
Yeah. It's,
Look,
got
you
the
guys don't
priority
need me,
straight.
right? All right, I'm gonna just chase down this Ornn. I'm not gonna kill him, but I'm gonna chase him down.
Oh. Yep. They still got it. It worked out somehow for them. It didn't look as clean as it could have, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's like, oh, we got Baron. Might as well get these Raptors too. Why not? Award too? Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're gonna be turning towards that dragon next.
Yeah. Why not play textbook style out it more? So, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and they just took down the dragon. There was no contest whatsoever, and I just think they'll just push this through. Will they end it now, or will they still put a bit more time between themselves and finishing off the enemy team?
It looks like they're setting up both waves.
Yep. And the Jin accepted the gift of the red buff. I wouldn't want to get hit by him now. Probably hurt a lot. You see Glory just desperately trying to push the wave away so they don't just get run over.
Yeah. Both those AD carries are.
Yeah. And again, Mundo's just walking away somewhere else. You guys will do it. You don't need me as a tank there.
I mean, he's splitting up their attention, which means the
Yeah.
Galio has to be ulting in. The only engage they have is the Rakan.
Yeah. Rakan jumped in, didn't really get much. Oh, the Gallia jumps in. Oh, that was nice how they blew him up. The Lamb's Respite was quite good, just couldn't take enough advantage of that, but they cleaned up 2 already. But they don't really have much left there.
They really do not care about staying in Lamb's fight.
Yeah. Oh. And the Irelia just barely survives that one. And I think that could be it. Looks like it, yeah. Definitely. And that was map number 1. Goth Boi Clique won it. That was quite interesting at the start, and then Goth Boi Clique just started steamrolling further and further ahead.
Yeah. It just seemed like it'll go that way regardless.
Yeah.
I do think blue team, if they were able to carry over their team play into the mid game, into these team fights, these actual team fights, rather than just the skirmishes, then they would go a lot further.
Definitely.
I definitely think the Rakan Galio is a step in the right direction for what they have to do. Get the priority target, get the Jin, get the Zenzel, get the Irelia caught up in the Rakan Galio combo. And then one-shot him. That's what you have to do. The only thing is when they have so many priority targets, when they actually learn to split up during these team fights, how do you actually win them? Because if you started seeing, there's like two little team fights. There's one with like Irelia, Jin, and Zyra, and then Zenza and Mundo are on like backline. So the fight was a little bit too split up for really Ornn to get his good ultimates, and Galio got a couple of good ones in there, but you know, they need to be able to get 5 people.
Yeah, that was definitely a bit messed up for them in the end. So yeah, they did what they could actually, but I don't know. It felt like they just had enough, didn't have enough to get in there. They needed somebody else to initiate as well. The Rakan alone wasn't just enough to get in there, and the Rakan just got stopped a few times.
I mean, it's not like they didn't have those tools. They have the Ornn, they have
Yep.
the Rakan, they have the Galio, they have all of these tools. But I think it's just the way that they use them.
Yep. So now so 1-0 for Goth Boi Clique. Could be that you're right, but they could still pull something out. But let's see how this one goes further. And honestly, it was good. The Kindred just, I think, took a bit too long to get the marks. If the Kindred got the marks a bit faster, I think they could have pulled out more in that fight.
I don't think the Kindred was the problem. I think the team walking out of the Kindred ult was the
Yeah.
problem there. Like we even saw Sivir
Yeah.
trying to walk into one and just dying.
Yeah.
There was like one fight where like 3 people walked out of the Kindred ulti, just proceeded to die to Irelia.
Yeah. Yeah. Kindred is quite a strong tool, but it doesn't help if you're the only one. If the enemy team has some stuff that just can cross over that field the whole time.
I mean, their monkey team just kind of like walked out. They're like, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
200 HP. Let me just walk out of this Kindred ult real quick and see what happens." Oh, I died.
Feels like seeing a Kindred in my solo queue games in a way. Kindred just puts down the Lamb's Respite and half the team walks out and the other half just sits there and thinks, what the hell?
Basically.
So, yeah. I'm thinking, what should they do right now? What should IRL Sluts do to switch things up that they could get a better way, except not running out of a Kindred ult half the time?
I think definitely their team play in the early game to coordinate to get
The dragon and all that stuff, yeah.
the marks and the dragon. Yeah, I think that was really good presence of mind. But the mid game, it kind of started falling apart. Their weaknesses started getting exposed, not being able to fight on 2 fronts. I definitely think that their comps seem to fit their style, but they aren't respecting the other team or what they will be trying to do to counter that playstyle, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand what you mean with that one, yeah.
Like, I feel like they practice their comp, they know what their comp does, but they don't understand or really try to figure out what the other comp is gonna do in the mid game, come team fights. And like, even when they got those minor advantages, the solo lanes were still so far behind of the Irelia and Mundo. Like, Mundo had 2k up, or 1k up at one point, and then the Irelia had like 1k up. It was just the solo lanes were the portions of the team that were not holding their mark, whether it be just CS or dying or getting pushed out of lane or whatever it was.
Yeah, and iGlory still doesn't get to play Jinx this matchup. Okay, the Irelia ban makes sense after the last match. Xerath is gone as well. Pike, yeah, you don't really want that aggressive kind of. He can really turn up matches on their head, especially with his ult and all that stuff. When your assists, your person who does the assist just gets most of the gold, even though. Okay, Morgana, you said that has to be a ban there, and there goes the Aatrox.
I mean, they had first pick, so I don't really agree with banning Morgana because the other team either has to ban Morgana or Aatrox. You just target ban another champion, and then you're able to really be able to pick one of those powerhouse champions. I guess they're really, really comfortable with the Zyra pick, so maybe that's why they opted to ban the Morgana.
Yeah.
But personally, I feel like this is a little bit worse of a draft than last time. We'll see how it goes. The Gragas, Gragas in the first rotation for red side here. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a top lane Gragas. I've seen a lot of top lane Gragas recently.
Top lane would be possible. I think support is even possible. I've seen a bit of that working out. It's an interesting idea, actually.
Yeah, it's a great flex.
But the Graves is open for Knight of Zed.
Yeah, leaving open the Graves and not even taking it away, it's kind of suspect as well.
Yeah. I just think they didn't want to hand over the Jhin again.
Yeah.
That's why they did that one. And that left the Graves open as well. And I think the Graves pick would have given up half the flex. Oh, Illusion. Oh no, Sewer. That's switch over.
That's toxic.
Oh, it's Lucian again. Okay.
Yeah, Lucian Zyra is gonna be another lane bully lane, but they do have the Jhin, and Fiddle is always open. Why is Fiddle left open so often?
I don't know why. It's kind of like they have a gentleman's agreement, don't pick Fiddle in some way, shape, or form.
Let's just not pick. We're gonna pick B tier champions. Let's not pick S tier and the Cassiopeia. Games really don't go long enough for the Cassiopeia to really come online. So I'm not so sure about what's gonna happen. The Mundo ban.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a lot of good picks in the top lane that are left open. There's the Darius. There's the oh man, I can't even think right now.
Warwick out there. I think they're calling out that that's not a jungle one. The ban of the Warwick. That the Gragas isn't bringing the jungle.
Let's see.
Swain ban?
Put the old rank music on. Yo, that's actually lit. Dun dun dun. The Swain ban. Swain Sage ban.
Yep, they're calling out that Gragas isn't going into the jungle. Oh, and a leaky. Oh, I would even like the Blitzcrank. Would have liked the Blitzcrank there. Could have been something interesting.
I don't really know about Blitzcrank into Zyra, seeing as her plants can block the hook.
I'm not sure if it's good. It would just be interesting to see the whole time as the Blitzcrank's trying to get the hooks.
So that's gonna be a Gnar top lane. So we've seen those solo lanes. We still don't exactly know where that Gragas is gonna go.
Yeah.
I'll be either jungle or support.
Oh, are we going to see the Tryndamere?
The blind Tryndamere. I mean, the only matchup he will be. Oh, actually, it's into the Gnar.
Yeah, it's into the Gnar. Oh, okay.
Okay, Jarvan into Gnar. This is one we've seen. This is really throwback lane. Albeit both champions have been nerfed. So I don't really know how it goes right now. I know Gnar used to be able to just ult Jarvan into his own wall and then kill him from there. But if Jarvan does get a hit in that lane, he's able to just run him down with EQ, not even needing the ult to really kill Gnar. And then the Orianna pick. Jarvan Orianna is Really nasty pick. If you look at the side of blue team here, you see the wombo combo with the Jarvan ultimate into the Orianna ultimate and Zyra, a little bit of Zyra in there. It's just gonna be a little bit nasty, especially since Jhin doesn't have too much mobility, and you're also looking at that Cassiopeia who really can't get out of the ball either. So if they don't have flashes and they get ulted by Jarvan, they're gonna have a tough time being able to avoid damage. And the Tark, a perfect pick for being against this type of composition. If he's able to perfectly time the Tark ultimate, he can negate a lot of the burst damage that's going to come out of this Wombo combo. So this game is going to be a lot on the Tark ultimate.
Definitely, the Tark ultimate will be something interesting. But I think it could still go well for blue side if they just keep careful with the Lucian ult, that the Lucian ult isn't in that wombo combo and goes out afterwards. The calling could do a lot of damage.
The calling can do a lot of single target damage, yes, but I think the brunt of their damage is going to be the Orianna, going to be the Zyra, going to be that Graves ultimate in there. So they either need to stagger their ultimates and bait out the Taric ultimate, or they need to wait out the Taric ultimate, or just burst before the Taric ultimate actually goes off. So it needs to be an adaptation made by blue team to figure out what they need to do versus this Taric.
Skins are activated in this mode, right?
Skins are activated?
I want to just know, because I would be kind of curious if we get to see the Nar skin, the new one for the Samsung one.
Skins are not activated.
Oh. I kind of want to see
skins,
that one,
but they're not activated.
Yeah.
You still have to pay for them. So seeing as we've already talked about, both teams, do you still think about that 2-1 coming out for the side of IRL this game? Considering they have to reverse sweep this basically, and I don't know if their mental fortitude is going to be that strong. So do you have a little bit more information on what red team would be thinking in this situation?
Yeah, I'm not really sure if the IRL Sluts will pull this one out, but I think they just have to kind of throw the last match. You have to take the positives that you had early game, and then after the mid game, you have to see that you just made those mistakes with the team fights, and just try to act with more communication. Remember what you did at the start, and then keep that going through the whole match. Feels like they were just lacking a bit of late game shot calling there, or mid game even then, and perhaps that's what they should just focus on to keep that shot calling up. Otherwise, I think they could actually do a decent showing, but I'm not really sure if they can really run back 2-1 right now with what happened last game.
Even though they did get those small advantages from killing the Zenzal like twice, their solo lane, the solo lanes were still so far behind. Like both of them, 1K even after those events, even after the first tower that they got, they were still so far behind, and they would end up still losing the split either way. So it would have to be on the bottom lane of them to rotate once again.
Yeah. But this time they have a Gragas. I think he can gank more than the Kindred could in the early to mid game, because the Kindred was trying to hunt for those marks, pretty much. I felt like in between, and they don't have an ult where they have to stay inside. They just have to stay near somebody who has the Taric ult on him, or near the Taric himself.
Yeah, and let's just hope they can pull that one off. At least one of them be able to be saved there. Oh man, I kind of miss the days of Azir, where Azir was picked alongside the Kindred, and Azir could just ult people out of the Lamb's Respite, kill everyone in like one auto attack. It was pretty great.
Yeah. Well, you could just pick a Gragas and just throw in your ult there into the Lamb's Respite.
I definitely think if they would have picked the Kindred jungle with the Gragas top lane, that would have been a nice supplement, or even the Gragas support.
Yeah.
But the 2v2 for the Gragas plus Kindred with the Gragas ultimate and top side of the map would have been very, very strong.
Yeah.
And a lot of the issues that they actually suffer from on the red side is, or for IRL, is that they did not have the damage. Like the only person that was outputting damage for them was really the Sivir and the Galio.
Yeah.
Like the Kendra was a little bit slacking on the damage,
Yeah.
and then they just had a Meatball, Ornn, and Rakan who does this little engage but doesn't really offer
Yeah.
too much damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And they are off.
Yep, they are off. Then we'll probably have the river stand off again.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I'm interesting to see what's gonna happen. Cassiopeia took quite the aggressive start here, going corrupting pot.
Yep. This could actually, yeah, has to still be a bit careful then. And otherwise it looks like the standoff. They're just protecting the sides, which you should actually do. So you're right now probably pretty sure that's going to be a 2-0.
Yeah. I was a little bit worried at the beginning of the game seeing that start, but then I started looking at the solo lane's gold and I was like,
It's a good start, but there's something lacking. Okay. And Iglory didn't go with Hail of Blades.
Yeah, he opted for the fleet, which means not as much damage in the early game, but he really wants that sustain.
Yeah. Yeah, and
this is actually a pretty old matchup in mid lane where, if I recall correctly, Orianna actually does pretty well into the Cassiopeia.
Okay, Knight of Zed is a bit in danger there, gets safely out, the Orianna comes in now. Oh, the flash from both sides. Okay, this could get interesting now. But now Independence has to be really careful. Just burn flash and heal there.
Yeah, the Gragas flash was a little bit suspect. He doesn't really have his E, so he's kind of just flashing over with the intent of giving them a minor slow.
Yeah. But still, I think Knight of Zed will appear soon back into the mid lane with Cassio without any flash or any case of mobility there. Could be interesting. Top's just pushing back and forth, and right now it looks like the Zyra's almost pushing alone there. The Gragas going in. Can he get the Orianna? Gets the knockback, gets the slow. Can they take advantage of it? Oh yeah, they can. They got first blood.
Yeah. Definitely not having the ward in the correct spot to be able to see the Gragas, but that was a good return gank for the Gragas there.
Definitely.
Noticing that the Orianna burned both summoners in that little skirmish, and knowing that the jungler might not be around.
Yeah, that was definitely a good decision there. Oh, the Gragas is going down bottom. But didn't really work out the way I think they wanted that one. But the Gragas is now trying to put his mark on the map already. With those ganks. Okay, now the Gragas could be in danger. He suspects something's up. Just just backs off there. Has to give up the Scuttle Crab probably for that one. And right now, yeah. But still, it looks like they're just keeping themselves safe. That is quite far inside the enemy jungle.
Oh man.
Oh, can the Gragas get something in return for that one? That route was quite nicely. Oh, yeah, there goes.
A little late of an
illusion as well.
Well. Oh my god, this Gragas is really.
Yeah, that looks
off
better.
today.
That looks better.
That just goes to show, don't play OP, play what you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing you learn thanks to this meta. Play what you know and don't really, half the time, don't care about what really is OP. Those gangs were really good now. Unfortunately, the Jhin didn't get a kill out of that bottom gank. Would have probably helped the Jhin out a bit more if...
But he does have a BF.
Yeah. He has a BF sword.
Oh, that
Cassio, that's a bit dangerous.
Careful.
Yeah. That looked a bit too reckless there. That wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, I agree. That was quite a bit of damage that she did throw out, but once the poison is off, she doesn't have that much damage.
Oh. The Jarvan ult just went out for the Gnar, and Gnar flashed over the wall, and that was it. Right now, top looks fairly even. The only 200 difference... 200 difference for jungle for red side, and blue side has about 200 difference in mid. Otherwise, it looks fairly even. Oh, they caught out the Zyra. Can they get the Zyra again? Yes, they get her again. The Lucian is in danger now. Okay. Backing off. But the Gragas is going well here. I don't think they even needed the Gragas for that one, for the Zyra. Good to have him anyways there.
Yeah, other than that, is not really taking advantage of this Graves pick. He's not going in the other team's jungle. All he's really doing is just farming it out.
Yep. Yeah, Ian is showing off with the Gragas right now.
I agree.
Really was
that 3
quite
KP.
Nice.
75% kill participation for the Gragas here.
Yep. Definitely. The Cassio, half HP again. The Ori isn't giving her. Oh, the Gragas gets out of that one. Zyra pushes off. Can't really do much because. Oh, the Jhin ult? Could that at least do some damage? Looks like it could push him off the Drake. Oh, Gragas goes in on the Zyra, but it's all alone there. Oh.
What a
Cassio! Ooh. Not sure if you should jump in there. Fortunately, Jhin doesn't have an ult anymore. Jhin does get out of there. Was a bit awkward. Cassio kind of ran through the enemy composition completely. Oh, the Gnar is going now on the Jarvan. Can the Gnar get it? Barely doesn't get it, and blue team get the Infernal Drake. Quite useful. They couldn't really contest it since Gragas was almost dead there. But right now it looks like the Gnar is putting on pressure up top. Cassie's a bit behind, and that's kind of where the whole gold difference is coming from. Not much right now, but still.
Yeah. Just
like,
to kill up. kill worth of gold up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the Jarvan is in danger again. Can the Gnar get it this time? Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he got baited by a jungler. It looks like the Graves was gonna be walking up. He got
Yep.
sidetracked by the Gragas. So Jarvan got the go button, but there just seemed to be a little bit of miscommunication there.
Yeah, definitely. That was sad for them. It's down right now. Okay, I think Orianna will get a blue buff now. Yep. Furthering her advantage. Jhin is fairly close to the Storm Razor already. Gragas is waiting in the wing again for mid. But the lane is just too pushed out right now, I'd say. For the Gragas to really do something with that. Perhaps rotate down and then could work out then. Okay, the Orianna's pushing up. She doesn't have her heal. That could be quite the danger for her. See, the Gragas was thinking about going in. Didn't really look like that was the right position there. Lucian is pushed quite up far. The Gragas is now in the enemy jungle, followed by the Graves and the Orianna. Not sure if he wants to be there. Meanwhile, there is still a bit fight up there in the mid. But Orianna's taking quite a bit.
That Orianna damage hurt.
Yeah. That Orianna damage is hurting a lot, the Cassio there. And let's see, the Gnar is trying to put up more pressure, but Cassio's just getting poked out. Cassio can't really do much against this poke right now. Otherwise, she's just dead. And now the Gragas is in there as well. Or is close by. The Graves is kind of keeping that close by. The problem, the Gragas can't really go in. Oh, the Shockwave gets the Cassio. The ult goes out, but never. Oh, the Orianna close. Oh, well, it looks like the Graves could be paying for this one. Graves gets the Cassio. They get the Gragas as well.
It looks like we need to speed up our game time, sir.
Oh. Okay. Okay. The Gnar is now in there. Can get the Cassio? The Orianna gets the Orianna. Can the Graves fall as well? No. Oh, there was what you talked about with the wall. Was a nice move there. Unfortunately, didn't hit what they wanted to hit. Oh, what? So right now, it's kind of turning in the favor of Goth Boi Clique again.
Yeah, it looks to be like history is rewriting itself. You know,
Yeah.
the early game mishaps from Goth Boi Clique into the transition to being able to team fight pretty well.
Yeah.
Picks and objectives where needed.
But this time it's really just okay, now the bot lane is a bit behind by a good 500, and let's not talk about the difference mid is already developing. It's quite a lead already the Orianna's getting there. And the Gragas is quite behind, to be honest, against the Graves.
I mean, it's as to be expected for farming Graves to come out ahead, by especially 40 CS.
Yep.
That's a little bit absurd, but the 40 CS quite huge, as well as the 4 KP he has under his belt. The Gragas really showed dominance in the early game, but it's not really making much progress.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that the Oriana is already 1.1k ahead against the Casio. And just turrets falling one after the other. Rift Herald did good amount. Casio almost died there again. The Gnar is doing what he can to just keep up with this one. Shelly gets another hit on the turret, so that's almost half the HP of the turret gone. Tark looking to push in there. Doesn't really get much. There's the ult. And the Gragas jumps in. Oh, that was a sweet jump there.
That was a... Jarvan looked like he was playing on red side for a second there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, you don't mind if I trap you in with the Gragas and let Casio get free hit you, right? Of course you
nah. No, you don't mind. Oh, that was a sweet flash there.
And also a sweet flash in return from the Lucian.
Yeah, definitely. The Gragas is showing off here. Unfortunately, his efforts aren't really paying off for him right now. Okay, the Gragas is just tanking up the tower shots.
Yeah, they were trying to get the tower, but
yeah,
they just didn't have the damage to.
Yeah, they didn't have the damage to, and it was kind of weird that the Gragas didn't even try to hit the tower. Just stood there and took the shots.
He just wanted to get out of a tower range as fast as possible.
Yeah. And blue are getting another Drake. Blue side just gets another Drake, and that will... They don't even need the Graves. They're a strong independent team. They don't need their Graves all the time there.
There's a lot of CS dying up in the top lane.
Yeah, that's true.
So free kill that someone's losing up in the top lane.
Yeah, yeah, that is really awkward.
Especially when Jarvan has his teleport up. Baron has it up for 3 minutes.
Yeah. The Jarvan is more interested in pushing bottom tower. Let's see. I don't think they can really fight this, even if they are all there. They need something special.
I mean, Gnar is working up his bar at 50. Yeah. He's in the yellow now.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Jhin ult. There is the target. Oh, that target was good. Unfortunately, not getting much out of that. Red side do need kills from this one, otherwise it doesn't really look good for them. They expended so many ults for that one.
I mean, everybody expended a lot of ults there. Although they do have cataclysm and collateral damage up.
Yeah. And they have the shockwave.
I think they should still be shoving out the bottom lane.
Yep.
Currently, they have 2 of their key ultimates up, as well as a whole top wave crashing into top lane. They definitely could have sat there and forced them to try to deal with them.
Yep.
So that top wave gets a little bit more damage on that tower.
Would have helped them a lot.
Instead, although the Baron is up in a minute 20.
Yeah. I'm not really... I don't feel like that red side really has the damage to just take down the Baron instantly if the Baron comes up.
Yeah, I agree. Having a Jhin, which means his DPS is going to be gated by his reload time, and then the Casio, she is only 1 item. She doesn't have enough items to really...
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks like
No.
Tark is opting for a
Mm.
Dean rather than the Ziggs convergence
Oh, that's an
or a
interesting
Knight's
choice.
Vow.
Yeah.
Definitely
Uh-huh.
think that Gragas and Tark should both be working on a Knight's Vow by now to keep their Jhin and
Yeah.
Cassiopeia alive, but
Mm. Well, they decided for something different.
yeah, a little bit more of a greedy item build
Yeah.
choice, especially with the
Yeah,
cloak.
the Tarek one
Spectre's
feels a
cloak.
bit weird. Because
Yeah,
Tarek should
Spectre's
be
cloak.
protecting everybody from his team. Let's be honest. Otherwise, you're not doing as much of your job as a Tarek. The ult for Tarek is up soon. Jin's ult is up now already. So looks like the next fight will have all ults ready, and blue side are just going for the Baron. Apparently.
Dar
Oh,
doesn't have a
Tarek!
negative bar.
Tarek gets blown up. They turn around. Cassie is almost forced out of the fight already, and Cassie gets jumped on. Oh!
Yeah,
That
that
looked
was a nice
brutal
bait
there.
for a team fight there.
Yeah, definitely. That was really good. A really good bait there. And that didn't look that well. And now they can just turn back onto the Baron. Okay, Ian, now's your chance. Okay, do they get the Ori? They get the Ori. And now Ian.
She seemed to be on the wrong side of the Baron there.
Yeah. Okay. Can.
Nice.
Oh. Well,
Gragas went in a little too early there, but
yeah, a bit too early there. Yeah, exactly. He tried to be the hero. Didn't work out for him.
and he also had pink wards in his inventory, so it makes you kind of
Yeah.
wonder.
Yeah. Mm. And he didn't even get a smite off there, unfortunately, for him. I think it was in a range he could have gotten it, but
It
not.
was around 800, so
Mm.
he couldn't smite from
Yeah.
800. This smite is around like 500 right now. Yeah, it's 680 right now, and the Baron was at 800.
Yeah.
He was trying to burst it down, but they stopped DPS on it, so
And
they just turned on him and
yeah.
killed him before securing the Baron.
yeah. But honestly, I give him already credit for trying that
Oh.
one. Oh, the Lucian's caught out a bit there. Okay, just counters up with the calling. Okay, Gragas doesn't have an ult right now. He just used that one. I mean, the Zyra is doing her work here. Let's be honest. She's doing her job quite well here. She's hitting her roots quite nicely, and that's what she actually has to do for this team right now. Gragas is looking for an opening again, doesn't really find it. The Gnar went into the Mega Gnar. Not really
It's
with
really
the chance
hard
to jump in.
to siege versus the Gragas and
Yeah.
the Cassio here.
Yep.
And
Well, they do
especially-
have the advantage with the Baron buff there.
Yeah. They can just force their way in. They don't
Yeah.
really have a high range target
Yeah.
for a champion.
Oh, Tarek's ult. Oh, barely gets the ult out. Gets two with that one. Oh, jumps in. That looks like that is the Jhin as well. Yeah, Tarek goes down as well. Gnar falls as well. And this could be game already.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 2-0.
Yeah.
I think I called it right, sir.
Yep, you called it right. You called it exactly right. But honestly, they IRL Sluts had good early games. The Grog is doing what he can still. Oh. Wow. But that knockup for a Knight of Zed was quite nicely there. To get the Graves in the end. And that's the 2-0 for Goth Boi Clique. So, who do you think is MVP in this one?
I want to say powerfully on his Zyra.
Yeah.
He really pulled it together in his team
Yeah.
in those team fights. Like he was doing a lot of damage in game 1. He did a lot of damage in game 2. You even could see in like one of the last remaining team fights of game 1, he gets like a really good burst onto the blue team and forcing them into using Lamb's Respite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that definitely.
we can pull him in for interview.
Yeah, that sounds quite good. Hello. So your team won 2-0. You played quite well as Zyra. Or is he still connecting? I think he's still connecting.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably still connecting. Yeah.
Oh, I'm being interviewed again. Oh shit! Oh, me and Doxon. Fuck yeah!
Hey, so somebody is actually here can answer. It looks like Doxing can't answer right now.
Oh, I can't connect the chat. Oh fuck. Okay, I got you guys. Don't worry.
Okay, so we have to get Doxling to leave and then pull him back in.
Yeah.
Doxling, are you there?
Discord works as
Yeah.
intended.
Yeah, that's just fucking weird today.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, you know what? Doxling, you can message me via chat on League if you can hear me.
Yo, yeah, I want you all to look at Gin Chat. Whole team interview.
I see. Huh.
We want to interview man. Yeah.
Alright. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we would have to ask our questions via chat.
Yeah, looks like that.
Okay, so do you have any questions first, Alan?
Yeah, if Knight is here or just a little
Okay,
question.
please fucking stuff. I started going laggy. I'm sorry, boys.
Yeah. I hear him lagging as well. It's just weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Discord right now.
Pull people that can actually talk. Alright, let's see if we can pull DTS then.
I don't know what's going on right now. Can DTS
Oh,
talk?
Fargus. Okay,
Yay!
okay.
Somebody can
Wait,
talk.
I think my ping's better now too. I think my ping's better now too.
No, Zed, goodbye, retarded
Fuck you,
jungler.
DTS. The whole
Goodbye.
team.
You get an interview every
Pull
week.
the whole
Nope,
team.
nope.
Pull the whole team,
My
please,
turn.
please. So I can do it. Might as well.
My turn. You get an interview every week, buddy. You entered this one, okay? It's okay.
Dude, they tell me you don't have a mid jungle interview, man.
No, I refuse.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. What? So I thought this game was quite interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Talk
Doxon's
about
gone.
you're good,
He's
you're
gone.
good.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Okay. You don't know the chaos that's been going on in this match already, so
I think we just played in it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't chaos. It was easy because we're the best team ever in the history of the world.
alright, so
Smart, I agree.
That easy.
I got a quite the big question for you boys
Okay.
that they did really, really well. What happened in the early game, both games? I would like to know. Was it like false hope? Was it you guys just screwing up royally? Was it like testing your limits?
Wait,
what were you guys
early
doing?
game one, didn't we just like hard win the skirmish, like level 2, level 3?
You
Like
guys
in the
got
river?
rotated on, and then Zinza got caught out.
Oh, well, that was like
well,
the level
yeah,
6
first
goon
game.
squad, or?
Yeah, first game, level 6. Yeah, someone's gonna get gooned, like no matter what the fuck they want to do. Like against Rakan, Galio. What the fuck else was it? It's like Rakan, Galio, pretty much like.
Sivir, yeah,
Sivir.
Norn.
Yeah, they just engage on you, and you're just sort of fucked. And I was a target because I can't escape from it. Like they go on someone else. Like maybe she can get away or something. She can survive for her team. Like they engage on me, I just fucking die instantly.
Yeah, they see Zed get like really good impact scores and said, "Fuck this guy and fuck his stats," and then they goon him.
Dude, no, I still have high impact. Don't fucking worry about it.
So, you think? Well, I'm not saying this team was necessarily bad, but what if another team that was higher on the standings list were to pull out this comp versus you, this all-in pick one guy off, or all of this CC and catch one person out? Would they be able to execute it better? Be able to really run you guys' money, like give you guys a run for the money?
Hard for me to say like a team. Like the only teams I think that are like actually like good or like better than IRL are like Spell Chat, obviously, right? They're pretty solid until somebody like beats them, which will be us week 9, of course. But I think it's only Spell Chat, like maybe Vortex. Vortex, I can imagine, would do pretty well with the like Goon Squad comp. And I think it just depends. Like I feel like we'd play it differently. I don't know. We kind of drafted just because like the way we draft, or like the way we play, just depends team on team, right? Because like we're probably not going to draft. We're not going to like give them Kindred if we like don't think we can just like beat it outright. So we ended up drafting the Zinzao. Didn't like 100% go our way early game, but we won that one early skirmish and just got me rolling. And once I really got ahead, and then like Jin like just got like double kills and shit like that. Like once Jin got like fucking gold ahead, he snowballs really hard, and then like every item Jin hits or every item Irelia hits, the game gets really hard for them to win. Because even if they goon onto us, it's really hard to kill all of us. And they didn't get like the best Rakan engages, so.
I'm actually curious as to what you guys were thinking when they picked away the Jin.
What, game 2?
Yeah.
It's probably because they didn't want to deal with the Jin Zyra lane again, because that looks pretty AIDS.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure iGlory likes the Jin. He was like an okay Jin.
Top Royal champ. So
No,
like I think any teams will probably have like after like the recent resurgence Jin has had, so like there are probably gonna be a decent amount of teams that they're gonna start to play him now.
So we gotta talk about the early skirmish since we have the mid end jungle in here. That early little level 2/3 little skirmish with you both, and then DTS kind of getting screwed for it. He's like, I'm gonna flash heal and save, and we're gonna fight this out, and then he ends up getting ganked right afterwards. Like, do you ever think of like walking towards to make sure your laner was okay, considering he was kind of overextended to be able to get jumped on by the Gragas there? I know you were doing the Gromp at the time, but was that ever in like the back of your mind?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'd sort of assume he'd play like really passive after his flash was down until we could get vision for him, because it was sort of assumed that Gragas was probably going to go back mid.
Yeah, I trolled there for sure. That shouldn't have happened. Like I knew Cassie was going to walk a miasma me, and instead of like I basically knew Gragas was going to gank, but I was like, fuck it, I'll go for the trade anyway. So I wasn't sure if he could still kill me, but the miasma still is a little bit like longer or like more than I thought. So I kind of trolled there.
Yeah, so I mean, I planned on like right after that too, just a little bit after that, I went and got vision for him, which I was going to do after I cleared that side of the jungle. But I mean, it was the death. He still ended up winning the lane pretty fucking hard, so I don't think it really hurt too bad.
Yeah, did you kind of expect that in the second game that the mid lane would turn into such a snowball for your team since it at the beginning? Did you imagine that would snowball that hard, because you had as Orianna such a huge lead against the Cassiopeia, and the Cassiopeia was just trying to catch up somehow, but it wasn't really that helpful for them. Did you really expect that?
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna say that DTS fucking best mid laner in the league, so did not surprise my ass not a single bit. I knew he was gonna smash that fucking lane.
No, so, but on a more serious note, like Vaughn has like obvious comfort champs, right? And that he's good at. Like his Casio and his Xerath are good. I think his Xerath's like probably the reason we banned his Xerath both games, obviously, is because I just don't feel like laning versus it, and it's AIDS. And he looks like a fucking solid Xerath. He hits like every skill shot. The dude's fucking scripting. But basically like I know they pick Casio, and I know like Ori's one of my favorite lanes into that. So I just told my team like, hey, if they pick Casio, like I'm just gonna go Ori into it. We're gonna leave it up, and then we can just like win. And it just got. I didn't expect the lane to be like as easy because I kind of got gifted like 3 kills or whatever. Because like the one like Casio trying to all in me like level 5 or something, or, like level 4.
That was weird
Yeah.
under the tower where she
Yeah,
just walked forward and then just got taken out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty confused about that one. He might have just been tilted at that point, or just like not cared. And then the Gragas, the skirmish where like me and Graves got a kill each. That was like really good for my lane.
Yeah. I found that Gragas made quite a difference for you guys. He was quite an annoyance in the early game. Later on, he fell off because he was ganking a bit too much, and Zed just outfarmed him in the jungle anyway. So, were you kind of preparing that the Gragas could be more dangerous along the game, or did you just expect that to happen, that the Gragas just fell off during the mid game?
Well, I did expect him to just mega camp. Because, I mean, Gragas is really good at ganking, so, I mean, sort of figured he'd pick a lane or like a few lanes and just camp them like no other. Which he did end up doing. We should have played around it better, but he was doing that, and like fucking 5 minutes in the game, already had like a 30+ CS lead on him. So, like, he'd get like a kill or two, and I was getting like his entire jungle pretty much. And, I mean, it sort of sucks for my lanes, but, I mean, I was getting pretty far ahead. So, like, whether
He's gonna fuck about us.
Yeah, I mean, I was fucking whatever, dude. I'm playing Graves. Like that game, and I never really had to pop off because eventually my team just ended up smashing the laneways. I was sort of useless. I was just there. But, like, at the time needed to come, I had, like, almost 100 CS on him. Like, I was super strong. Like, I mean, I definitely could have carried, but my team carries me instead, so.
Yeah. The first time in forever.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Always get carried.
I was actually, like, on the Gragas note, just, like, one small thing. I was really surprised he didn't take Electrocute and go Magus, especially after getting, like, early kills. I feel like that's, like, super beta. It's just, like he played early game fine, right? He got, like, kills, and, like, he farmed whatever, he's not gonna outfarm Graves. But, like, not going Magus and not going Electrocute, I feel like just fucks you so hard when you're playing Gragas, because you just have to get early ganks.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, that'd been a game I probably would have ran like Echoes Gragas or some shit. Like that probably would have been really good, to be honest.
Yeah. And then just you guys said you didn't fear the Kindred in that case, in this matchup. So you normally fear Kindred, or was it just like you felt like you could beat it anyway, or was it just for this matchup that you're normally more careful about the jungler who has Kindred?
I think against these guys, I wasn't necessarily scared of Kindred. I mean, I don't think Ian's like bad, but like I think I'm a lot better than him. Like, if I was playing against like Gas or something like that, I'd for sure ban Kindred. Cause, I mean, he's a pretty big Kindred player. He's a pretty good player, so that'd be really annoying to deal with. But in this certain matchup, we was also getting priority lanes. So even if they did go Kindred, it's really hard for her to do anything. Like in the first game, for example, she never really got marks. Lanes are always shoved. Xin Zhao's pretty good at dueling her. So it was sort of like this fucking dud pick, pretty much. Like, she got some farm, but she was never getting marks. And it made the pick pretty weak overall, and I feel like we could do that against this team in particular. Some other teams maybe not, but this one, that's why we left it up. So we didn't think he'd use it that well.
Okay, well, do you have any more questions, Fade?
I don't have any more questions. I just want to ask you, since we're about to sign off here, do you have anything else you want to say to your next week matchup or any of the people that are still here? Do you have anything to say to them?
We play Spell next, right?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty hot matchup. They're really good. We lost to them in play-ins, but like I think we're a lot better than we used to be. Like, hell, even like mechanically, like, I mean, whenever I was play-ins, I just swapped to jungle, so now I'm like a lot more comfortable on it than I used to be. Everyone's like climbed and elo and everything. I just think everyone's mechanically better, and I think as a team, we've got better too. I think we can definitely beat them in the next week, even though they're a pretty good opponent.
I'm tired of people ranking Urpek up maybe. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
what the fuck?
actually
What
going
the
to
fuck is
crush
that?
next week. Fuck that.
So,
hey, I'm gonna Every one of the
Zed,
other good mids.
I know there's gonna be a superstar jungler playing against you named Nathan. He's
Oh, yeah.
really good XD.
Go ahead.
What do you think about this matchup? How do you think you match up versus Aslan?
Well, I think actually played against him recently in a tournament at a different server. Before that, I didn't really know how he plays, but like he's super farm oriented, I should say. He tries to invade a lot. I mean, he ganks some, but I think he's definitely a more I'm going to carry kind of jungler. And I mean, I don't think I'm really like that, so I think we're sort of different play styles. But I mean, from that last game, I thought I did pretty good against him, so I think I'll do pretty good in the next series too.
Okay.
Well, that's all the questions I had. I guess we're gonna wrap this up now.
Yep. Sounds good. So,
All right.
thank you so much for being here and answering our questions.
Yep. Anytime, dude. Stop interviewing Zed. Fuck.
3 games in a
Like,
row.
interview every time we win. I swear to God.
We wanted
I mean,
to
I wanted
get doxxed.
Doxling. Screw both of you guys. I don't want either of you.
Wait, what the hell does that mean?
This guy
Zyra
gets an interview every time we win. Oh my God, Zed, why are you so good?
Yeah, it's just I didn't even check shit.
Smurfing hard every game.
Bingo was just like, dude, he was MVP game 1. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I only had one good team fight.
Getting robbed over
but,
here.
I'll see you idiots later.
All right, Beast Voice.
Bye.